And good morning. This is your favorite neighborhood friendly Tironan. Friendly neighborhood Tironan? Something like that. Oh my. I blew the entry and I was just laughing so hard I had to start over. And today we're reviewing the F4U-4 Corsair. This is the successor to the F4U. And one of the things that stands out to me, this aircraft actually fought in World War II and in the Korean War. And one of the things that leaps out at me is that its combat record was just tremendous. It was primarily used in ground attack, given that in Korea, and given the number of jet fighters out there at the time, that's not surprising. One of the things that stands out to me that's kind of strange about this aircraft is the airspeed, which is nowhere near its top airspeed. This was a 440 mile per hour aircraft. Documented, proven best speed was best altitude for it was about 19,000 feet. So unlike the P-51, the P-47, it wasn't really geared. P-38 wasn't really geared to high altitude combat like they were. It was tuned to a lower altitude. They could fight at higher altitudes, just wasn't as fast. Um, but it used the same engine as the P-47, the F6F, Hellcat. I find it very strange that this is not the position taken by the X6F or the position before it instead of this one. But that aircraft isn't represented, and that's very strange. Um, Maneuverability in this aircraft is going to be somewhat low. It is going to give up 60 something points to a P-51. Uh, a Spitfire is going to turn rings around it. So it's not the dogfighter that, though it's not horrible. As long as you keep your distance, you can play with anything in it, and that's the role that you're going to want to keep it in. This is a multi-role aircraft, um, and you can see you have your 8 rockets, so you can have some effect on ground battles. Come in, take out a target, and get back up and fight. Go ahead and take this to battle, and that's probably where it is happiest at. I have had the most success with this when I use it as a long-range sniper. Outfitted with its cannon and the full upgrade. This is missing one upgrade, which is going to be the final on the engine. Um, that will put it up in the low 700s, I guess, which in my opinion is about 40 points too low. But again, World of Warplanes has to balance these out. Historically, though, this is one quick aircraft. It was faster than the P-38. It was faster than the P-51, and it did it at lower altitude, which in a lot of wars was just fine. I'm surprised we didn't send some to the Soviets. They would have loved this aircraft. Okay, so we're up here at the Alpine map, which means we can run down there and go get that command center, garrison, forward airstrip. Those are, I think we'd want that command center pretty quick. It has a nasty habit of bombarding anything that isn't on your side until it is part of your side, and does it as long as you hold it. But we'll see what happens, and we'll see how this plays. Yeah, I never know about these things, do you? Okay, so we're going to move right along. This aircraft was also carrier rated, um, and it was an interesting story. We Didn't like it bounced too much. Had to make modifications to that. It would bounce right over the bounce so hard that and so high that the tail hook would miss the arrestor wire and just get all sorts of interesting. And they had to actually mount vents on the oleo struts to get past that. And that was nothing short of interesting. Alright, we're going to use a little bit of boost here, come around, try to get out of this guy's way. Like I said, this is no dogfighter. You do not want to get in a dogfight. And interestingly enough, it does have quite a bit of hit points. And if I was to classify this aircraft at all, it would be as a sniper. It's got great engines. It's got a great reach on its guns, and they are very accurate. As I've just proven. Okay, so we've had some success. Now there's an airfield up there we can grab, and because of the long boost on this, and if you'll stay off boost, I tend to forget that there's any other key but the boost key and press it continuously with mixed results, mostly bad. So you want to recover your boost so you'll have lots of it when you need it. It's not a bad aircraft to take into a high altitude fight because those guns go a long way. And we've taken off about half this guy's health. And a Hornet just lit us up big time. Now the Hornet was the successor to the Mosquito. And as you can see, it's got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of firepower. It's very much equivalent to the Tiger Cat. And being in front of one will guarantee that you have about between 1 and 2 seconds of survival time in that aircraft. Now I am particularly interested in this 109F because left alone they just do all sorts of damage. And I'm under attack again, and I believe that's the same guy. Not that I'd take these things personally, mind you, but and another person on my tail. This is very much Tier 7 combat. If you don't like it, you better go find another game to play because this is what I'm very much used to. And the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. I am being shot at yet again. When you get in that pattern, folks, it tells you that you are outnumbered and outnumbered badly and probably at this altitude. And I should have taken a long look at this and just dived away. Okay, so we'll see if we can have a little more success here. Obviously, I'm capable of taking on one, maybe two, but when it comes to three separate people all attacking you, it gets a little tough. And some of these people have much greater speed than you do. when getting into turning contests with Spitfires is not to your advantage. Luckily, you don't have to. And the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. In this case, this fellow just got way too close, and he's not the only one with guns. Okay, so a measure of revenge. Got actually 2 of the 3 people that wanted to shoot me down, and I'm sure that was a great amount of fun, and I insist on sharing fun back. And there is virtually everybody that shot me down, I have shot down in turn. You gotta love that. Seriously, you got to love that. Alright, you notice turn circle is not great. But, not horrible. But the guns, oh, the guns. And used as what it is and not trying to make it something it's not, becomes a very effective weapon. Don't try to dogfight with it. Rotten dogfighter. I can think of half a dozen planes I'd rather have as a dogfighter than this thing. It's not a high altitude fighter. But what it does is it is a sniper. It will absolutely put a hurting on something that it will not forget, and it will not take very long to shoot it down. And there's our Hornet again. Alright, I think I'm going to go join my companions over here playing Lone Duck. And this environment is just not appealing. And I am now watching lots and lots of people go take on that one guy. And he just dead. One thing you do not lack for here is people want to boom and zoom and run past you and kill you and then run away before they get shot. Okay, so that's a pretty good representation of what you can see here. That's exactly how the plane is going to play in the Alpine maps, and you're going to spend lots and lots of time with this aircraft in Alpine maps. Unfortunately, we don't have as many maps as I would hope for. This is a fairly new game, a complete reboot of the old game. Killed 5 targets, assisted with 2, and captured a sector. And came in number 5, but we won. And I'll take that over being number 1 on my side any day of the week and losing. So that's the aircraft. It's a very good aircraft. Don't get me wrong. And it played within its role. It's very effective. You just watch me kill 5 aircraft, and for the best of reasons, they shot me down. And also how what you can expect on an Alpine map with this aircraft. There's going to be lots and lots of fast aircraft out there. With the next engine upgrade, you can look at 703, and that will go some way to redress the balance, but you've still got to realize you're going to be tier 8 aircraft you're going to face every time you go out on those maps, and they're going to be lots faster. So, unfortunately, it's kind of what you got to deal with. And that's the game at that level. That's why if you get on that map with a turn and burn fighter, then you want to get low, pick an area to defend, and make them come after you and keep a very sharp eye out. That's exactly how I play the A7M on that map, and that's the reason I do. This one is kind of middling in speed, and when you talk about 703 being middling in speed, you'll get an idea that some of those aircraft are coming in at you at 800 plus, and they are. Okay, that's just a reality you're going to have to get used to. But this is a good aircraft. It's going to fit very well as a multi-role aircraft, and it's not completely helpless against everything out there. Be, Keep your distance, use your range, stay very aware, and you can make lots of people pay for it. If you wander in like I very stupidly did earlier, and you're not aware of how many aircraft are there are going to pop in on you, that's about what you can expect as well. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, if you like the video, by all means press like. And I need all the subscribers I can get. I'm a new contact provider. And the more this channel grows, the more content I can bring you. I do thank you so much. You have a great day.